Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mums and baby dads all over the world, basketball fans everywhere, in there, out there, around here. Welcome to another episode of Take It to the Rim podcast with myself, Rods, aka what the heck is happening with my ball club? Huh? What's happening with the ball club? Did you see what happened yesterday? I can't. AKA, I'll compose myself. Oh, goodness. I'm here today with the enemy, the opposition. I don't know why you're clapping. You don't be clapping. It's not over. It's not over.
Hey,
it's only one
game at a time.
You're supposed to do what you did. You're supposed to do
game at a time.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see the animation of you know what they was doing to Scoot all year with all the shit behind and everything. I can't wait to see that for Harden. Hopefully soon. So I'm here with the opposition. I don't know if I say Kipper Clam. See, I've lost my wording.
He's rattled.
Clipper Cam or Killer Cam, I don't know. But he gotta go.
What's good?
So, yes, for the past episodes I haven't been here. I'm okay, I'm alive, I'm well. Returning back after suffering a disgusting loss. It's not the greatest thing. So, we need to talk about what's happened. The playoffs has officially started. The playing is done, over and done with. We don't worry about that no more. And the first round, game ones of a few games were quite interesting. We're going to first start off with Magic and Cavaliers. And this is hands down the worst and most boring series. It might be in NBA history because I have no interest. I have no excitement. I don't care. I honestly don't give a damn.
You care, man. You care.
I don't care. No. Okay, you know what? I do care. I care because Haaland's a piece of shit. Garland is terrible. Masterclass. That's it. There we go. We're gonna start. We'll start. Let me just go on the. Just gonna go on the box.
He wasn't that bad.
No.
He actually wasn't.
No,
that
because
bad.
we do this all the time.
But
No,
he
no,
really
no,
wasn't
no,
that bad.
No. We do this all the time. Darius Arsland.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What was his points? How many points did he have?
He had 14 points.
Okay, so you stop right there. Stop right there.
Yeah.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Okay.
That's terrible. Listen,
Okay.
I'm sorry, yeah, but why has he not scored more points than Jarrett Allen?
He only took 11 shots.
Yeah, this is what he does because he's scared. The lights are on, but no one's home.
I'm not gonna necessarily say all that. I just think you need to recognize that there's another guard on that team
Who has to carry because if he gives...
That's what Donovan Mitchell wants to do. He wants to do that.
No, he has to because if you give Garland 21 shots, you're not going to get the production that you need. I don't think so. No, because I just think it's scary. Like, then again, right now, is the Magic in it, so anything can run. But hands down, this is a boring series. I need this to be a quick sweep, get out the way, done and dusted.
Do you know what? Yeah, I didn't watch. I'm not gonna lie and say I watched Orlando this season. I didn't. The only times I watched them was when they played the Clippers. That's literally the only time I ever watched Orlando play this season. And they played quite well against us, especially last year as well. I think I remember a game where they beat us specifically.
Yeah.
Yes, the series is boring because Orlando can't shoot, and Cleveland are really just a one-man offensive team. But Cleveland matches very, very well with Orlando. I thought it would be a situation where Paolo would have Evan Mobley on the perimeter in a situation like how Paul George had him a few weeks ago, touching earth, leaning back, looking like he's playing Twister or something like that. But I think even though Paolo played pretty well, I think he had 24 and 7.
Yeah, so Paolo
24, 7 and 5. That's a nice like first playoff game.
He was good. 52% from the field and 50% from the free.
He was
good.
Well. He was playing well.
That's the only reason why I care. If Paolo actually takes down the Cavaliers second year in the league and gets to the second round,
It's definitely not happening. Like they're not winning the series because they're outmatched in so many areas. Like their best player has to face Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen.
Yeah, so it's a bit tough.
And even though he played well, like I said, I mean they got completely out rebounded in this game. Completely between Mobley and Allen, they almost had 30 rebounds combined.
Yes,
Like it's a very, very tough day when you have to go up against that. And I mean Max Strus contributed with 9 rebounds as well. So between Cleveland starting forwards and center, they had a combined 38 rebounds. 38 rebounds, bro. You're not doing anything with that. Whereas you look at Orlando, the highest rebounder was Paolo and Franz with 7 each. I think both of them had good games. But at the same time, you need to take it to that kind of next level to get past a team like Cleveland right now, and it's not really happening. So as much as I think, it's about him playing well. Like for me, that's the only interest I really have in this series. There's 2 reasons. One, I don't really want to see Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland anymore. And I think them losing in the playoffs at some point this season is going to be the thing that tips them over the edge, depending on how other people play. Like you're saying, I think Darius Garland wasn't that bad, but he also wasn't aggressive enough. But I mean,
but the thing is,
they won by 14. Like it's such a mixed conversation. It's such a mixed conversation,
and it's kind of where I don't care. Where it's like, okay, cool. Garland wasn't as aggressive,
and Mitchell was hot early as well. Like he started the game.
So I understand that, but the thing is, the reason why I want Garland to be aggressive because the role that he's playing, and what he's doing right now is like, okay, cool. You're kind of taking a chill seat, cruising. But then when you got to change gears and you're not ready to, if you're trying to drive but you're in reverse, you're going to go back. You ain't going to go forward. You ain't going to go forward.
The driving, you're in reverse, you're going to go back.
I'm telling you.
I like that.
So I'm like, you need to start being aggressive from now and just keep the momentum going because the next series, who they face, if they advance, who do they face? Is it...
they're the 4 seed, so they'd have to play the 1 seed, so they play Boston.
Yeah, and... there we go.
If I'm perfectly honest, I think there's only one team in the East that could really give Boston a decent game, and that's Milwaukee anyway. I'm not going to put that against Cleveland, but I think that's when Donovan Mitchell will realize
I need to get the cat out of here,
especially because he'll be playing against his draft mate in Jason Tatum, and I think it'll be a situation where he's like, bro, like look how many conference finals and this guy's been to. Probably going to make another finals. And I'm still here treading water. Just got out of Utah and soaking land. And I'm just trying to find my feet. So I know Brooklyn are very interested in Donovan Mitchell.
But that's gonna go backwards.
I don't know if they can keep Mikal Bridges, they bring in Donovan Mitchell, they re-sign Nick Claxton. Yeah.
That's looking like you're gonna have to wait a few years to get to where you want to get to. There's no point.
Yeah, you're right.
There's no point. It's literally gonna be the same situation.
Can Donovan Mitchell be the best player in the championship team?
Ooh.
I'm starting to believe no. Not because I don't think he's talented enough.
Do you know what? It's like for me, he's like a 1B.
That's what I was thinking
because
as well.
I just feel like if he was paired with a good dominant wing, and then he had a decent, and obviously as long as you have a decent big and good role players.
How dominant are you talking about though?
If you had a good wing, like
is Brandon Ingram good enough?
Brandon Ingram's got problems himself right now.
Is Jaylen Brown good enough? Like would a team and this is where you start questioning: is it a 1A 1B or does he have to be the number 2?
Yeah, maybe he just has to actually be the number 2. I feel like it's
very tough right now.
Yeah, it'll be a better role because unless he has for example, an
Jamal Murray.
No, I wouldn't even say a guard necessarily, because he's really a scoring guard.
Yeah,
so he can be the 2. So you just need someone who can play the 1, just a good point where yes, they can score, like they can make shots, they can score where they need to, but their main role they know, okay, I'm going to facilitate. So having someone there, like for example, Halliburton, I was gonna say
they still would not make it.
No, I'm saying, but like, I know he's injured, but like Alonzo, honestly, I think Alonzo with Donovan Mitchell, those two will be a good pairing, and then obviously
they still need a hell of a lot.
Yeah, but I'm just saying now, this is me thinking of LeBron's done with the league AD. Because then you're gonna have the connection with Lonzo Ball and AD together, so That's going to be one.
Yeah.
And then, and then Mitchell there. So it's going to make sense. So having him with like AD, that would make sense. That's like if we're going further down, like that's the thing.
So like my only takeaway from this series really was that Orlando can't shoot at all. Like if I look at the stats of the game, they shot 32% from the field, 21% from three, and Cleveland didn't shoot well. Cleveland shot 26%. If Cleveland played against a good team, they probably would have lost this game as well. They shot like shit, but
and that's what I'm saying. Like Cleveland have issues because now this is how you shot against the Magic. Like the Knicks just gonna have your number again, and I'll be damned if I let Soji smile again.
Bruh, that guy was happy as well.
Yeah, he's too happy.
No, but like, just look at it. Total rebounds. They out-rebounded Orlando by 14 rebounds. That's like I don't think you can win a game if you lose the rebound battle by that much.
Yeah.
Cleveland still had more turnovers as well, and they still managed to win this game. Yeah, man.
They didn't play well.
Yeah, and I just think it's down to Orlando are young. Like I think it's great that they've made it to this point.
Yeah, but they're young. It's experience.
Yeah.
You need the experience.
Yeah.
So then you can kind of from here, then you can kind of cut out what you don't need,
100%,
and then add what you do need. So
this could be like a Minnesota Timberwolves kind of turning point where you get a taste for the playoffs. And to be fair, at 5 seed is quite impressive to be honest. But yeah, you get a taste for the playoffs, and then going forward, like you said, like from this alone, they need to go and get a shooter.
Yeah.
So. I don't know if they're going to do it for the draft. I don't know if they're going to do it for a trade, free agency. But Orlando have definitely recognized that they need to go and get themselves a shooter. Also, they played Jonathan Isaac at the 5.
Yeah, but he's a good defender. I can't lie.
No, he is. And he's 6'11". Like, it's not that he's not capable of it. It's just I didn't expect them to do that. I mean, Wendell Carter had an absolute stinker.
And that's why Jonathan Isaac went to the 5. Because at least you know that Jonathan Isaac is going to give you a lot on the defensive end. And to be honest, offensively, I'm not saying but he's versatile enough to actually be there.
This is why I'm saying I think they're going to be the ones that go for Nick Claxton. I really do.
Magic go for Claxton.
Claxton to the Magic, yeah. I think it makes sense, man.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, that'll be good.
What about this other game had a bit more fire to it in Phoenix? Not in Phoenix, sorry, in Minnesota. Had a bit more fire to it.
Now, this is basketball. This game was basketball.
It was entertaining.
Devin Booker and Anthony Edwards won 3 fouls by the second quarter. This is basketball. This is flipping basketball.
How is that basketball?
The physicality, the chirping, the back and forth. Like the refs let them boys play.
They didn't. That's how they had the fouls.
No, but early on there was.
Okay.
Like in terms of the actual physicality, it was there.
Yeah.
It was there. So it was a more leeway. And Anthony Edwards, and I want to quote as well, said this before when they lost against the Suns in the regular season and said, they ain't going to get all them calls that they did in the regular season. It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
What's happened now? The physicality is there. Yeah, there's some calls at the game, but they're not getting the same.
It's more than just physicality. I think this is Anthony Edwards' opportunity to really like ascend himself into the superstar conversation in this league. Because it's one thing to be the best player on like a top 3 seed, but it's the battles that you're going through in the series through the playoffs that really kind of it stays on people's minds throughout the next season and on and on. And I look at the fact that Ant had 33, 9 and 6. Cat was there. Cat had 19 and 7. Gobert had 14 and 16. You go and look at Phoenix, yeah? And Ant is a real two-way player.
Yeah.
He's a real two-way player. Devin Booker had 18 and 5. Not a great game, really.
And he shot bad from the field.
But he shot very badly from the field, I believe. I think he shot 5 of 16. That's shitty booty territory, right?
Honestly.
There.
Bradley Bills, what did he shoot?
6-10. He didn't shoot bad. He just should probably taken more shots.
Yeah.
This is one thing I don't understand, yeah? If you recognize that the guys on your team aren't necessarily having the same kind of production they should, why are you still letting them shoot?
Honestly, and this is where I'm like kind of okay, Frank Vogel, what are you doing here? Because number one,
we know he's not a coach.
That's number one, exactly. Number two is like, okay, Devin Booker is having an arse class. Yeah. First of all, round of applause for Devin Booker contributing to the battle of arse, the collection of arse classes.
Yep.
So that's great. But now this is where you need to make adjustments in game. Devin Booker's having a stinker. Okay, you know what, Book? We're gonna run you at point.
Yep.
to facilitate for the team, because right now things aren't going the way it is. We need to adjust because they're getting in your head as well. Run point, facilitate the team. That's going to be your number one goal.
Yep.
Bradley Beal isn't having a bad. He's okay right there. He needs a few more shots because he was successful cutting backdoor to the basket a lot of the times, and he was getting a lot of decent shots, like decent looks. But it seemed like he was facilitating more, and I'm like, no, switch it round to let Bradley Beal score a bit more. So then there can be more of a focus on his, because KD is always going to get his, and he was efficient, he was cool. But I would have said let Bradley Beal get a bit more opportunities, because he wasn't too bad from the field. Get him in there, and then from there, then at least then if he collapses the defense or there's more doubles or whatever, then at least then because you get a few more easier shots. Because other than that, all you was doing, I was just seeing you trying to just draw fouls. Like, it didn't make sense.
I think that's slightly the style of play as well. But like, I don't know, I'm a bit conflicted because like this is the only blowout of the. There were other blowouts, but this is the only one that actually stayed a blowout for that. Like a 25-point loss in the first game of the playoffs is not like
that's not good.
A great look. I think Phoenix will be better in game 2, but
they have to be. They have no choice.
Yeah, I just don't think it sets a good precedent for going forward for them. I don't really think they have. I really thought Phoenix would have a chance to win, and I think I might have even picked Phoenix to win this series. But looking at it right now, like it's super shaky over there, and like their bench will always be a problem. Their lack of that's the amount of zeros. Eric Gordon 21 minutes, 0 points. Drew Eubanks 0 points. Bol 0 points. Like, they don't even go deep into the rotation like that. They really haven't got a chance like that in this series. And I'm not saying that Minnesota's bench necessarily played amazing. I got to give a shout out to Nas Reed. I got to give a shout out to Nas Reed.
Baller.
Nas Reed did the... Donovan Mitchell does this a lot, where he does the bounce, takes it over the person's head.
Yeah, bounce over the head. Then he jellied
reverse
it.
jelly? Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah,
And then
that should be your sixth man of the
that's
year.
the thing. That's Nas Reed. And then Alexander Walker was hitting timely shots as well.
Yep.
He was on it. He was gassed.
I think at some point they're going to potentially... I think they'll keep Conley around, but I think like going forward, if they keep Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I think he'll definitely step into that starting point guard position. Maybe, starting point guard position next to Anthony Edwards. And refine his game a bit more, because the guy is definitely a bucket. It's just about getting given the opportunity. I mean, Conley only had 4.7, 7 assists, 3 rebounds.
Yeah, so he was
being a floor general though, innit?
Yeah,
like
that's what it was.
It is definitely more than just the numbers. He was being a floor general, and again, Ant didn't start the game great.
No, he didn't.
Ant did not start the game great.
But then
he came out in that second half.
That third quarter, he lit it up.
Yeah,
to
man.
blood cleat. He really and do you know what? Yeah, I like the back and forth between him and KD. Obviously, we all know KD's his.
I think
favorite
he said
player.
KD was his favorite player.
He said as well. He was like, KD made like 4 or 5 straight buckets, and he made it like it was nothing, man. Like, he's the greatest to do it all the time. And obviously, I was going back and forth, and KD wasn't like, oh, he's disrespecting me. You know, these guys, he disrespected. No, he's like, this is hoop, this is basketball. This is what, and he was smiling because really and truly, they went bar for bar.
Yeah, machine for machine.
Yeah, they went bar for bar, machine for machine. Then you look elsewhere. KD's two guys weren't going bar for bar, but it was like he likes that back and forth, and everything was like, you can't guard me, and even the play when it was trash talking, I can't lie, I mean, he done like a push dribble, went out, snatched it back. KD's like, but he recovers, then screen, obviously it was kind of hard to fight over the screen, makes the shot over KD, and it was like, this is what you want to see, like
100%,
and
100%.
Obviously, you don't want KD to then start going, but this is good. Bring out the best of KD, because then it'll bring out the best of you, and this is what we want to see. So
KD still had a good game as well.
Yeah, and he only missed 6 shots. Yeah, he missed 6 shots. Like, honestly, KD had a good game.
He might need to take the reins a bit more here though. Like, I think.
Yeah.
I think at this point you need to look at the situation and be like, Devin Booker, as much as he's been to the NBA Finals, he hasn't won, and I feel like, yes, KD was the leader in terms of scoring, but like, we know what he's capable. If we know what KD's like, we've seen KD against Milwaukee, going ape shit. We've seen KD for many years when he was in Golden State, really making sure that Golden State beat Cleveland. Certain points in the game where he really took over as well. I know he has the capability to do it. I don't know if he still has the engine. That's really what it is, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's why he like picks his shots. So it's like, I mean, I don't mind if he's picking these shots and coasting for, let's say, the first half, like,
Yeah.
is that his flow of the game. Second half, okay, we go into third quarter now, pick up a little bit. But when it gets to the fourth,
this game was out of reach by then.
That's the thing. But it's like, if it's getting out of reach,
Yeah.
like if it starts, you start seeing that, okay, it's not really armless. You got to take it, because end of the day, those shots that Devin Booker took, I would have rather given the extra 7 to KD or even a few more to Bradley Beal, because, and that's the thing, my thing is as well, is like, if you know as well, okay, it's not really going well for me, how else can I affect the game? That's what you also got to think. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know what Booker was doing. You're not thinking about affecting the game. It's just...
He's chucking at this point.
Like, just stop.
He's chucking.
It's not about, like, bro, end of the day, you need to understand that, listen, let me just win, because that's the end of the day. If Devin Booker averages 18 points, for this whole series, but they win, it doesn't matter. You've got another series now to come out and do what you have to do, but you've won. You chucking up 20, 25 shots, going, 30% or what from the field?
He didn't take that many, did he?
Was he not 9? He wasn't 9 for 26, was he?
No, he was 5 for 16. 5 for 16.
5 for 16. So it's like...
Below 33%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and what's the point? So Suns got to fix up in that second game. Otherwise, the thing is, I'm confident that they'll win their 2 home games.
I'm not.
I feel like they. No,
I'm not. Why are you confident they'll win the home games?
If they can do it against Denver Nuggets when they was having the best NBA, like one of the best postseason runs.
That's a different team.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, come on, that Denver team there was a problem from head to toe. Everything. Yeah. But I'm just saying that the way they came out in their home games and secured it, I think that will always run.
The reason now you've said this, I'm actually quite concerned, because they have no bench. Like, that's a massive they have no bench whatsoever. They have no bench. So it's all great when Booker, KD and Beal are playing well, but when they're not getting any support from anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, Royce O'Neal, that's about it. And
you're gonna bet on Royce O'Neal.
No, but I'm saying as well, like, you know what as well, yeah? There's also
they
guy.
They even score 100 points.
There's a guy on that team as well, who at first I was wondering, like, what's going on? And then certain things I'm like, Bo. Now, I have a few questions about Bobo, because you got some opportunities during the regular season, and he played well over a couple of games. There were some things that he was doing that were a bit questionable. But this is what happens when you don't use all the equipment that you have in your locker, because you've played him only 4 minutes. If during the season you gave him more consistent regular minutes, and maybe if you tried a lineup where you could have Bobo, KD, Booker, Bill, and I don't know, maybe someone else like Josh Okogie or something. If you can play a tall
lineup with Nurkic, Bobo, KD, Booker.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like,
if
they tried this during the season, they could have seen, okay, how's this work? Because
that might be what they need actually to go up against this Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying. Because when you got Cat, when you got Cat there and then you got Gobert, that's what I'm saying. But this is what happens. Yeah, when you don't use all the machinery that you have. You can't introduce it now because it's going to be a whole new thing. But this is what the regular season for, to trial and test what lineups can work well with each other, what lineups defend well, so then you can make those adjustments during the playoffs.
Bro, they're violating him as well. Like, for
4 minutes, bro.
That's a joke thing. Like, what do you expect to do with that? For the season, he averaged 5 points in 10. He averaged 10.9 minutes, which is ridiculous.
That's
5.2 points, 61% shooting from the field, 42% from 3 rebounds. How? Like, I'm sorry, but if someone averages that throughout, and I understand it's a very, very small sample size because he doesn't get minutes, but even in those minutes, surely you want to increase the minutes to give him a chance to get more production.
You do, but
questionable, because they're struggling. That's the thing. They're struggling. He's on the team. Give the guy some minutes, but is what it is, man. Is what it is. I got Minnesota in 5. I think they win the next home game. They win one of the 2 in Phoenix, and then they close it out at home.
Okay. I have them in. I have Minnesota in 6.
You're confident that Phoenix is going to win the home games?
Yeah. I have that.
I'm guaranteed they won't.
Yeah. Didn't do a prediction for the other series because
We don't
that's
need to.
boring series.
We
We
don't
don't care about that.
It might be. I'm gonna say Cleveland in 5 as well because I think Orlando will win one. The game 3, Orlando will win, but the rest of them they're losing.
I think they'll sweep. I think Cavs will sweep them. But
That's tough.
Knicks and the Sixers.
Wow.
Joel Embiid, did he hurt himself again?
Bro, first of all, he might have had the highlight play of
flopping on the free throw line.
the off the backboard dunk that he had where he looked like he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Like I was so convinced he tore his ACL, and I don't know how he even hurt himself because it didn't look like anyone touched him. But it's like literally the impact of landing was too much for his knees. That is a concern.
Big concern.
Kendrick Perkins was saying you should just sit him and don't risk him having to have another surgery because the reality situation is like in his current situation you're not beating a Boston. I don't know if you're gonna win in the second round at all.
Yeah,
you know, like it's a very very tall ask, for Embiid. But I have to give a lot of respect to New York, you know, because before Embiid got hurt, I was concerned that he was about to really take over the game and just take the Knicks completely out of it. But those Nova boys are fighting. Those Nova boys are fighting. Jalen Brunson.
He didn't have a great game.
He didn't, but at the same time, you can't expect to have a great game when he's getting out. Like he was getting doubled, tripled. Like they made sure that Jalen Brunson was not going to be the reason they lost that game.
Yeah,
they didn't account for Josh Hart. Josh Hart had 22 points and 13 rebounds.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I saw Josh Hart had 13 rebounds, I wasn't surprised. I was like, this is what he's been doing.
Yeah,
did no one read the scouting report? Like he's a sneaky guy and he gets a lot of these rebounds. Like,
but if you looked at the box score, you're like, okay, Embiid had 29, Maxey had 33, Kyle Lowry had 18. You're like, oh yeah, they must have won. You scroll down the Knicks box score, Josh Hart with 22 and 13.
Yep.
Brunson with 22, 7 and 7. Which I'm sorry, but if you're getting defended the way he was getting defended, you still have 22, 7 and 7. Shot like shit.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still fairly decent production, and he was scoring when it mattered down the line. But Miles McBride.
I saw that. I saw 21 points off the bench.
Off the bench, bro. He shot all his points were threes. 7 of 12 from 3. 7 of 12 from 3. I'm gonna have to look at something quickly because I heard them talking about it yesterday that this guy was not a good 3-point shooter last year. He shot first year in the league, shot 29.6% from 3. Mm-hmm. The year after that, he had averaged 35.8% from 3. This year, he's averaged. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Wow, 25% from 3 in the first year. Yeah, 29.9 last year, 41% this year. 41. That's insane. He's been doing it throughout the year. Yeah. He's been doing it throughout the year. Don't worry, he had a very good game. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, like Miles McBride is now the next guy to look out for. But it really is a shame that all the next best players are guards. Basically. Because you can't play them all at the same time, even though Tibbs will probably find a way to do it. But yeah, man, coming out shooting 5 of 7 from 3, 7 of 12 from the field, 28 minutes like off the bench. I think he massively got them back into the game and kept them in the game to the point at which they went on and won. I enjoyed that game. That was an entertaining game to watch. Yeah,
because then even, like you said, when you're looking at the Sixers and you see Lowry, Maxey and Embiid, you're like, okay, cool. But then when I look at it, it's like, Oubre giving you 10, I mean, what do you really expect from him? So
yeah,
that's the thing. There's another guy on this team getting paid a lot of money to be a whole lot of arse.
Talking about Tobias Harris.
Collection of arse the classes. Tobias Harris. And his burner got found out too.
That was mad funny.
That's definitely his burner. That's definitely his burner.
You know what? Tobias Harris on the regular season actually had a fairly decent year.
Yeah.
17 points per game, 48 from the field, 35 from 3, 6.5 rebounds, 3.1 assists. But like from the third option, that's not bad.
But we want to see this in it. Like, why? How did Lowry outplay you when he's supposed to be the facilitator of the team? It doesn't make sense.
It's a good question.
And then fourth quarter screaming.
Why the fuck the team in? We got to talk about it. Because that playing game was crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what got into him, but it left just as quick as it entered after the playing because...
What did he do last night?
3 points.
It's alright, man. It's situational. He was defending. One of four. Damn.
Buddy Hield as well. Ooh, terrible.
I think this is his first playoff series.
It is, isn't it?
Because he weren't doing nothing in Sacramento. When he was in Sacramento, they weren't making the playoffs. Indiana, I don't think made the playoffs when he was there either. Yeah.
No, they didn't. Yeah. No.
This is his first playoff series. This guy got drafted in 2016. Do you know how crazy that is?
He's had the short end of the stick in it.
He's been in the league for 8 years, man.
That's peak.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Buddy Hield, man. Shout out to Buddy Hield. But yeah, you only took 2 shots and you missed all them. But for me, the biggest takeaways from this is that Philadelphia can't rely on Embiid right now.
Yeah.
And I say right now, Philadelphia can never, like
every single playoff, there's something good. Like, it's either he has a stinker or he's injured.
Or sometimes it's both. Like, he played well, but like, bro, I saw blood on his knee. I was like, yeah, this is not good.
What did you? Was it?
Yeah. He's wearing a knee brace. Like, I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, just you know what, yeah, there's no point forcing it because next round they would have to face.
this is because they're 7. If they somehow beat the Knicks because of where they're on the bracket, they'd have to play the 3 seed, which is Milwaukee.
Yeah, just no, call it a day, man. Just call it a day. Come back next year.
I'm starting to lean towards it though because he's always injured. I feel like at some point he has to play through the injury. Even if it risks, like, it's because how crazy. Even if it risks him missing the whole of next season, he needs to play when it matters. I'm starting to feel that way about a lot of players.
Fair enough, because he wasn't. Did he get hurt? He didn't get hurt last year.
What?
Did he? As in, like, for a long duration of time.
I feel like he definitely missed at least one playoff game. Remember him and Harden? Yeah.
No, but he played. I mean, he got MVP that year as well.
Last year?
Yeah.
I'll tell you now.
He got MVP last year. He just had a few stinkers, but
no, he definitely. Bro, I swear to God,
he didn't. I'm sure he didn't get injured. No, he didn't, because who did they play first? I can't remember who they played first, and then they lost against the Heat, innit?
It was Boston. Was it here?
Oh no, it was no, it was Boston. Was it Boston? Yeah, it was Boston. I'm sure it was, but like he didn't do well last season. In the last postseason it was against Boston. Yeah, it was against Boston, because I'm like, how is Al? I remember it was arguing. I was like, how is Al Horford stopping Joel Embiid when usually one of the best?
He got injured in the playoffs, not sure. He got injured. I'm telling you that he definitely missed the game.
Boy,
he's missed 7 of 54 playoff games in his career, bruv. I'm worried about Embiid, man. I'm worried about Embiid. Just because I feel like you're at a point, like, they're going to pay Maxey this summer.
Yeah.
They have to pay Maxey this summer. So I think it's a situation of Tobias Harris can't come back to that team. And it's not even that, like I said, he had a good year this year, but you can't bring him back for the money he's probably going to expect. If you can get him on a discount, like 10 to 15 a year,
he should walk into the front office and say, "I'll take a discount because you've paid me millions to be arse, and I can't do that no more." That's what he needs to do.
Chose me over Jimmy, man. Chose me over Jimmy.
Stupid organization.
So who you got winning the series?
Knicks in 6, man.
Really?
I even hope they sweep them, to be honest. But Knicks in 6. Because I don't know about Embiid's health is questionable. Even if he plays through, I don't know. So
this is the series that could easily go to 7. Because as much as Philadelphia is 7th seed, they shouldn't have been. Like, if Embiid didn't get hurt, they wouldn't have been the 7th seed. They might have been the 2, sorry, because Boston would just run away with it.
Yeah, but no, I don't know, man. Especially with Embiid's health, like,
I'm gonna say Knicks in 7.
Yeah, I'm moving insane. I'm moving. I'll say Knicks in 6 games.
Out west.
Yes.
To them thieving Nuggets, bro.
Denver Nuggets and Lakers. Now, okay, so joining in the Hall of Fame of and healthy contribution to the Battle of Arse is D'Angelo Russell. What was he? He shot terrible. He was was he 9 for 26?
Worse, way worse than that. Way worse than that. That boy was shooting tournaments,
Yo,
bro.
there was bricks in his veins.
D'Angelo Russell shot 6 of 20, bro. D'Angelo Russell shot a concert on the 20th of June, bro.
Tour dates.
The 20th.
Tour
dates, bro. Sold out shows. 20th of June.
It's like, and
single-handedly, in my opinion, shot them out of that game.
literally, because the thing is, going into this series, yeah, what was it that the Lakers needed to do? Very simple. It's not about LeBron and AD. It's not even about too much about Jokic and Murray, because I feel like those four kind of balance everything out. The issue is okay, the role players. Lakers, Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, and Rui Hashimura have to outplay Michael Porter Jr., KCP,
And Aaron Gordon.
And Aaron Gordon.
They did not do that.
And they did not. And it's a thing where what is jarring me, and is again, D'Angelo Russell, there's shit in your veins right now. So why do you keep chucking it away?
How can you say that?
There ain't no ice there. There ain't no ice.
He shot 1 of 9 from 3. At
And
some
this is what I'm
point, you
saying.
have to stop shooting.
Because Rui Hashimura was what? He was 2 for 4 from the field, right?
Yeah,
He was 2 for 4. 2 for from
and
the
I don't
field.
think Austin Reeves shot badly either. I think D'Angelo Russell was the main
What
reason.
did Reeves? Let me see what Reeves
I
shot.
just don't think he took enough shots. Austin Reeves shot 5 of 9. Like he was about 50%.
So my thing is that
pass the ball, man.
yeah, like Reeves was a what? And I think if now, instead of Russell taking those 20 shots, if he took, let's say now,
Bro, he took more shots than LeBron.
that which is number
took
one,
more shots
that's
than LeBron.
insane. It's like those shots need to be shared. For me, what for the Lakers to win this series, yes, LeBron and AD will do what they need to do. I think then the next person, well, it obviously will go game by game, but I think you got to give Rui more shots because he's decently efficient. Been doing up LeBron understudy for the summer. Like, we need to give him that opportunity now. He needs to take more shots because now, essentially, especially when Rui drives to the rim, he's going to get more attention driving to the rim than D'Lo or Reeves. So, for me, it's like, and he's a bigger body, so it'll be easier for him to, now Austin Reeves, you're in the corner for the catch and shoot. What you've been great at this season, hitting those timely shots. And Reeves as well, you can take more. Like, I think we've got to be a thing where D'Angelo Russell has to have them games. It's going to be one of those games where, what the heck is happening? Like, this, I guess this is why we've kept D'Lo sort of game, but that needs to come later. It needs to be Rui and Reeves first, but those three have to outplay the three of those guys at the
thing
Nuggets.
is, I do think it's an anomaly that he shot this badly because he's a 41% shooter from the field. From 3, sorry, for the season. For the season, he shoots 41%.
But the thing is, with D'Lo, it's never about the season, really. It's the postseason where, and last postseason,
Wasn't he good? No, he didn't show up.
Especially against the Nuggets, it was. Remember, they were saying that we're not going to we shouldn't sign him again. That's what they was all saying. Because we're not going to sign him again. And now you've come to do this. Like, listen, regular season, it's all great, cool. You can do all that stuff. That's cool. Well done. But now when it matters is where you need to do all that stuff. And right now, it's not looking good.
Yeah,
It's not looking good. And who else? Gabe Vincent didn't get as much minutes as well, and he's supposed to be a person that guards Jamal Murray well, apparently.
According to who? Because what? He defended him in the playoffs last year. They didn't win. It doesn't matter what he didn't win. And Jamal Murray still played well, so he couldn't have done that well. I hate that.
And even like, cause I've been seeing that thing on Twitter, this guy breaking down like the Lakers defense as well, yeah. And my goodness, when you're just looking at how they're moving on defense, I understand the frustration, and I'm seeing these things. Just after, I'm not saying that they can't adjust, but they can't because they've got
to do something.
Well, for me right now, that guy that has a clipboard that happens to be a head coach for them at the moment, I don't know what's going on. He finally took his hands out of his pockets, still didn't do anything. So we don't know about that. But it's like they're not icing screens, they're not switching, they're not like you can. Even if you got 2 in the corner, you can still kind of guard that because it's still a long pass where someone can recover. Yeah. The movement on defense was atrocious. It was poor. It was terrible. It was lazy. There was no even at one point where AD had his hands on his knees, moving like he was going to do the maddest twerk. Like, what are you doing, bro? Get back on defense.
Yeah, you know how AD is though. He picks up injuries quite quickly as well.
There's no time this season to be picking up that.
Do you know what, Rodney? Yeah, I feel like Denver had a good game.
They did.
The Lakers didn't have a great game. Denver shot better than the Lakers.
Yep.
The Lakers were at the free throw line way more though. Way more. I think this comes down to if the Lakers can execute, because people said this about them last year as well in the playoffs. They said Denver played their best basketball, the Lakers played their worst basketball.
Yeah.
Surely
yeah.
if the Lakers just played better, they would have won that series. But they've come out in this game, and I thought LeBron showing up, AD showing up, but that's where it ends. So I think, and for it to only be an 11-point game, I think that speaks to them as well in terms of. I really do think they can win this series. I'm not saying they will. I think Denver will win the series. But the Lakers definitely have the ability to win this series. But they need to lock in, bro. They have to win game 2. If they don't win game 2, it's curtains.
That's what I'm saying. And the thing is that, like you were saying, with them playing their best and Lakers their worst, all those games were close.
This one's close, right? This is an 11-point game. That's not a blowout.
And
It's not the closest.
it's not the closest, but then bearing in mind that besides LeBron and AD, everyone else played like trash.
Not, yeah.
More or less. Reeves done okay, but it's like there's all this hype about Reeves. If D'Lo is off, I expect you out of you and Reed to be the third option there. That helps.
But to what extent are we like? Do you not think we're asking too much of them? Because
Of
like,
who? Of Reeves?
No. Hear me out. Because the Nuggets if the Nuggets don't have the Nuggets have the best player in this series, and they're probably the 4th best in Jamal Murray, right? Jokic obviously being number 1, but then after that, I think they have the next best 2 or 3 players. I think Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. are better than anyone else on the Lakers team that I haven't mentioned. Who would you say is better than those two?
No, I think they're better than Rui, better than everyone else. Yeah, honestly, yeah.
That makes a massive difference as well, innit? So when Michael Porter Jr. is having 19 points and 8 rebounds, Aaron Gordon's coming out with a double-double, 12, 11, almost a triple-double, 12, 11, and 7. Yeah. And I think he's going to keep doing that as well.
Yeah, 100%. But it's just really and truly like, yes, it's also the Lakers do, yes, have a chance, and I'm not saying they don't. But like I say, it comes down to these players, how they play, because if they don't play well, it's long. Secondly, their defense. Even if they just improve by, honestly, 20 to 30% on the defensive end, because there's a lot of backdoors, cuts outs happening. There's a lot of, especially like switches on the screens and stuff. There's a lot of things they weren't defending. A lot of times you're seeing Jokic. I saw Jokic run to the paint, get it to and dunk like he does that for you. He don't do that. He don't usually do that. Aaron Gordon cutting backdoor all the time. Like, if they honestly, even if they, like, I'm not saying if they play the same, it's going to happen, but if the defense alone was better, this game would have been much closer anyway with how bad they played. Yeah. So if that doesn't fix up, then it is curtains. I think, like I say, if they don't win next game, it's techie. Like, if they don't win next game, they have to win both their home games.
Yeah.
And it can't be a scrape win. It has to be convincing. It has to be more than 7 points.
Yeah.
It has to be, like, otherwise it will just be another sweep. What's your predictions for this series? Who do you
give me? Nuggets in 6.
Yeah, I'll let you.
6 is generous, to be honest, man. But Nuggets in 6.
Yeah.
I'll be very upset if the Lakers get swept again. Even as a Clippers fan, I'll be upset if the Lakers, because they're better than what the record would show again. But shit. It's disappointing. I can't lie, because they really might get swept again.
So if they get swept, does this hurt LeBron's legacy?
Not really. Like,
to be fair,
did it hurt his legacy when they got swept last year? Like, no one really said, because he
played well.
It wasn't his fault that they got swept in it.
Yeah, and what my thing is as well is like they're gonna like one thing I don't I hate as well is like if let's say now LeBron plays well throughout the whole series and he gets swept, you're shouting at him like, do you want one man to like? Because we still have to understand, even with other greats, yes, they did do what they had to do in this series, but it wasn't just their effort alone.
Bro.
It wasn't just their effort alone. It's a team sport. Everyone else has to be firing on all cylinders. Like, now, for example, let's say, for this example, if LeBron averaged 60 points in this series, yeah, and AD averaged, I don't know, let's say 30, yeah, for the series, but everybody else was arse, and unless it's only LeBron and AD who they guarded didn't score. No, let's say AD's guarding Jokic. Jokic only scores 10 points in the rest of the series, and LeBron's guarding Gordon's on let's say 12 points, but everyone else is gone off. That's not his fault.
No,
what more can he do? Because he can't clone himself and now be all 5 players.
He's done all he can. Bear in mind, this guy's 40 this year, by the way. But I'm not using that as an excuse. I swear. I swear. Nuggets in 5. Nuggets in 5. I'm saying a lot of 5s. That's why I wanted to go 6.
I'll say Nuggets in 6.
Okay. This series here, Rodney. This series here is the biggest waste of time I've ever seen in my life, bro. Kendrick Perkins said, that he could shoot 100% from the field and 100% from free, and they'll still lose, bro. They just don't have it. And I'll be honest, I really wish Jimmy was here. I wish Jimmy played, and I don't know if he will. I don't think
he will. MCL, man, he's done. MCL, he's done.
It's not a tear; it's a sprain, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
I think he's ducking smoke. That's what my agenda's going to say. That's what my agenda's going to say.
Come on, let's be
say.
smart when he still played for it for the game.
That's what my agenda. Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, they won, but it made it worse. Not ducking smoke.
That's what my agenda's going to say. They didn't win. When Jimmy got hurt, they didn't win.
The game where he got hurt in the first, but he played through.
They lost that game. That's why they're the 8th seed.
Oh, flipping! I swear it was no. It wasn't.
It was against Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre. Philly won. That's why Philly in the 7th seed. Listen, they even win, bro. Fuck that guy. Listen.
That's crazy.
Miami are gonna win. Are gonna lose this series because they don't have any stars on their team, and they can't stop anyone in Boston. Like they can't stop anyone. And when that's the situation, bro, they had 94 points.
Jason Tatum had a triple double,
and he didn't really look that good.
He didn't look. Yeah, it wasn't like what was he that game?
23,
7 for 18.
It's not bad. It actually isn't bad, but it's not. It's bad, he wasn't sensational.
1 for 8 from the free.
And I'll be so real with you.
1 for 8 from the free.
So all the shots he missed were frees, pretty much.
Basically,
I don't give a damn. They won by 20. The game at one point was ugly. I think at one point it was a 31-point game.
Yeah, and
the Heat went on a run in the 4th quarter and cut it down to like 15. Big man, I literally have nothing more to say in this series. All I have to say is that I wish Jimmy was playing. I also now want people to kind of look at what the rest of the guys in Miami are doing because they're not shit. Everyone acts like they're the worst players in it. They're not shit. Tyler Hero was buns.
Yeah,
Tyler Hero was buns.
Hot cross buns.
That guy was ass.
Hey, Tyler Hero, thank you for your contribution to the battle and the collection of Arthur classes.
I'd love to know what you and Jimmy were arguing about because apparently they had to get separated.
Yeah, and then Jimmy was like, "Oh, 9 for 26," and then he misses it. It's like 9 for 27. The thing is, I swear down, I believe that. That's something that Jimmy would
piece of shit,
do.
Man. I hate that.
I believe that.
I hate that guy so much. They situation is a situation. One thing that does concern me, Joe Mazzulla worries me because he let them play. Like he let Miami go on that run.
Yeah,
Miami started scoring. He didn't want to take time out. He's like, "Come on, let's go, play for it." And I'm just looking around like your guys were up 30-something points. Tatum's barely running because he can't be us. Jaylen Brown the same. Like they're not. Just bring the subs in and let's wrap this up. You know, but he wanted to keep to the formula, you know. They only played a 3-man bench of Al Horford, Peyton Pritchard, and Sam Hauser.
Yeah. That's all they needed, to be honest.
Bam had 24 points, 6 rebounds. Shout out to you, I guess.
Jovic had 10 and 6 rebounds.
They just don't have it, bro. They don't have a
even DeLon right off the bench was 17. Giving you 17 off the bench.
It was cool, yeah, that's fine. But he's one of the guys that went on that run in that time. I saw him hit like 3
for me here, if Jimmy was playing, this game could have gone different.
Is it?
100%.
Well, they could have lost by 50.
No, they would have won.
Why would they have won the game? Wait, hang on. At the point at which they were down 31, yeah?
They wouldn't have been down 31 first of all if Jimmy was in the game.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Let's move on. Celtics in 4.
Nah, Celtics in 4. Celtics in 5.
Celtics are going to sweep the shit out of these boys.
They're not going to. Celtics in 5.
The shit out of these
Celtics, because you know Heat's going to have one game where they just, it's like against the Denver Nuggets. There's one game they're just going to, and then that's it. It's like, okay, last
You
efforts.
don't believe that?
100%.
Without Jimmy Butler, that's what you believe. I don't think they would have won. I was hoping they got swept with Jimmy there anyway. But
If Jimmy was there, they would not get swept.
bro, why are you ran this deck?
I'm not.
No, real talk. No,
I'm not. It's just the truth. It's the
if Jimmy
truth.
was there, this one, bro, he's not there. It doesn't matter.
I know, but I'm just saying that they're not gonna get if Jimmy being there, they won't get swept.
You talking about a top 20 player being there would have made that much of a difference.
Well, we all know what Jimmy does in the playoffs. Yeah,
What does Jimmy do? What did Jimmy do in the play-in?
he balls out. He's been to finals. He's been to conference
Miami
finals.
wanted this team, by the way. Miami wanted this team, apparently.
That's
Some
it.
people are saying Miami wanted this team. Now for the game of the night.
This is not, don't do that.
For the game of the
Don't
night.
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
For the game of the night.
You should be worried.
You should be what?
No,
Bro,
why
he
am I
scored
being
30
worried?
points in one half.
We played a terrible game. Yeah. No, I'm not having this. Yeah. Let me listen.
Get what you need to get up, and I have an argument for everything. Let's
No,
go.
I'm saying, listen.
Yeah.
We had 3 players in double digits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Luka.
Yeah.
Shout out to Luka.
Kyrie had 31. Luke had 33.
Yep.
PJ Washington had 11.
Luka having 33, 13, and 6 is a prime example of the fact that he's a stat padder. Carry on.
Okay,
Carry on.
listen, can you just wait a second, yeah? After PJ Washington's 11 points, the highest scorer after that is who? Tim Hardaway Jr. with 6 points.
Big 6 points, bro. Big 6
With
points.
6 points.
Yep.
How the heck? Like, this was terrible, yeah? Listen, from the field, yeah? I'm going to tell you, we was 31 of 80 from the field. We was 38% from the field.
Yep.
10 of 33 from the three-pointers.
Yep.
We even had 25 from 33 from the free throws, so it was all right. Rebounds,
Wasn't that bad.
yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yep.
But it was the first 2 quarters that took us out the game.
Yep.
Because the third and the fourth quarter was okay. Especially that third quarter. Shout out to Kyrie. Only playing NBA history to go 100% in the third quarter. And he started cooking.
He had like 20 points in the first.
In the third quarter,
Yeah.
yeah. And the thing is, yeah, and I was shouting like at Cameron. I called him and I was just shouting. I was losing my mind. Like, I was down bad. I just don't understand. Like, and what was I saying that they should have started doing? Play through Kyrie. Kyrie was literally, yes, he started off stinky, but then he said, you know what? I'm here. And he was unguardable. It's either he scored a bucket or he got fouled. And they made his free throws.
Yep.
So I'm just like, okay, this is the momentum you have. You need to keep using this, because then at least if it keeps happening, then Luka, you can get easier shots. Because what was pissing me off about Luka is he's over dribbling, going to the basket. Instead of him to go all the way, he'll stop, pump fake, spin, and then making the shot tougher. This dude was playing like he was in Gola trainers and in a Slazenger tracksuit bottoms. I couldn't believe what I was seeing there. I'm going to put up his on because I can't lie. Luka, I'm putting him on blast.
Stinking a special brew, bro.
I'm putting him on blast against the Clippers. So, yeah. Well,
Go on.
okay. Oh my God, this is not good. So, he was 11 and 26 from the field.
Yep.
That's not too bad, but it's still a bit like raw. 4 for 12 from the free. He was chucking up shots like he was trying to build a house.
This is what he does every game, by the way.
And I was getting so pissed off because he kept on demanding the ball. Where no, this is what Kyrie was also brought for, because you're chucking up shots. It's not going well. Whereas Kyrie's being efficient. He's making these buckets. He's involving the team. He's bringing the intention. Just play for him. Sometimes you just got to take a step back and let the game happen, where now, let's say you find yourself taking more open shots. That's what you should be doing. And then you're getting angry at teammates. Oh, Max Kleber. First of all, Kleber's a donut. Maybe he should have gone with flipping Dwight Powell. Because you sealed your guy. How you not catching the ball to finish? The whole thing was an absolute mess. However, this was the worst we had the worst game. Lost by 12. Because we were down by 26, 29 at one point or something? 28.
At halftime it was a 26-point game. I think we came out and hit a couple shots at the start of the third, but yeah.
So it was bad. But my thing is that you ain't gonna get from Harden what you got in game one. Game one, Harden's always gonna he's up. Same thing against the Celtics. Game one, 45 points. Lovely, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Game two, masterclass.
That's fine.
Game three, masterclass.
Do you know why it's fine? Because we have other players. Are you done? Can I?
Go ahead. I've got counters. Go ahead, I've got counters.
I think you guys should be way more concerned than you are right now.
No, I am.
Because we didn't play amazing. We didn't play that well. In my opinion, from what I've seen... Let me finish.
Only Paul George.
From what... Which is a big... He's supposed to be the best player on the court for us. Our best player didn't have a great... He had a decent game. He didn't have a great game. I think we shot well as a team because you kept giving us open threes, which, if I'm sorry, that has not... we have the ability to knock down the shots. Yes, I give credit to my team. But all my guys were open in the corner. Terrence Mann was open in
the corner.
All over. Everywhere on the court.
Everywhere.
Terrence Mann was.
There was a lot of open threes.
You had no chance. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, 2 or 4 from 3. But I think Russ came in and gave incredible energy. This is what we needed. We needed a guy come off the bench and say, yeah, I'm a dog. Luka didn't want no part of it. I'll give credit to Kyrie Irving because he was defending the hell out.
And what did I say?
You did. I'll give you credit. You did say. Kyrie, when it comes down to it, you said about James though, but Kyrie was defending everyone in my opinion, definitely including Harden. I think there's 2 things we need to talk about. One, I agree with what you're saying. You should play through Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
a proven guy in the playoffs, an NBA champion. Someone who we know is clutch. And I'm not saying that Luka doesn't have the ability to be this person, but if you come out and you start bro, be honest, yeah? Are you
Too
not
many
tired
turnovers.
Are you not tired of the step back?
I'm fucking tired of it. I'm absolutely tired of it.
Because he takes him at poorly.
And you said this a lot of the times. He takes a lot of bad shots. He just makes
all the time. And yeah, exactly. He's a bad shot maker. I'll give him credit for that. We've seen it. J.R. Smith was a bad shot maker, but the volume that Luka's starting to take these shots at in that game yesterday, anyway, to me, shot you guys out of the game.
And first, not only shooting us out of the game, but the turnovers.
Oof.
The turnovers was costly. And I was screaming at the TV, screaming at the TV because I'm like, you brought the ball up, that's fine. Once you've gone half court and now you play through Kyrie. Mm-hmm. But no, you want to still take the ball. You're telling Kyrie to go to the left wing when we all know from the right wing, that's a deadly spot for Kyrie. Because when he was on that right wing, no matter where Kyrie was, he was getting
buckets.
He was getting
it was great to see. It actually was great to see.
There's a play where the way he crossed up Terrence Mann, when Paul George thought, I haven't got this.
Reverse, man.
Reverse. He was absolutely filthy. I'm just like, okay, keep riding this wave. But no, Mr. Gola Train is there. Mr. Flipping Gola Train is over there. Said, no, okay, Kyrie's in this. I can't let him down. Bro, it's okay. It's okay to just... But I'm very, very pissed off. The defense, those open threes.
This is what I wanted to say.
Every single corner was open.
Rodney, and I'll be honest with you, this is my second point that I didn't make. Yes, it was the open threes. Your boy Luka might be the worst on-ball defender I've ever seen in my whole life, and he doesn't try. And you can't tell me he's not trying at all. And if you're not producing the way you should on offense, yes, he had the numbers, but it's stat padding. You need to play some defense, bro. Because I'm not joking when I tell you, all you got to do is and you'll pass Luka. Because he doesn't move his feet. And all he does is puts hands up and backs up.
He doesn't even stay low.
Every single time,
He doesn't stay low.
He don't get in the chair. He don't want it. He doesn't want any part of it. And I'm telling you, I don't think we attacked him enough yesterday. And this is why I think you guys are going to have a problem with us. I don't think we attacked him enough. We were trying our hardest to get the switches for Paul George to step out, for Luka to have to defend Paul George or James Harden. It didn't happen enough. That's something that we need to work on, make sure it happens in game 2, game 3, game 4. Because that is how we're going to win this series. If we expose him for the lack of effort and the poor defender that he is, we're going to kill you guys. You have absolutely no chance in hell. PJ Washington saved you a lot last night, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot. Because
good defender.
No, he was, because he really did slow Paul George down. Yes, Paul George still had 23, and he made some in my opinion, incredibly timed shots. There were points in the game where it looked like you guys were starting to make a little bit of a run.
Yeah,
PG would hit a very, very, very timely three to slow it down.
And then Luka would come down another court and his goalie trainers and miss his flipping step back three. It pissed me off so much.
If I'm real with you, bro, I need us to win this series. Like it really is, because this conversation needs to be done as well, because it's so ridiculous how biased people are towards this guy. Because people are telling me, "Oh, don't let Dallas do to you what they've done to you for the last couple of years." What have Dallas done? What have Dallas done? When did Dallas beat us in the playoffs? When was that? Rodney, please tell me. When did Dallas beat us in the playoffs? Because people are talking to me out the sides of their necks like they've beaten us in a playoff series. Rodney, did that happen? Rodney, did that happen?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
It didn't fucking happen, bro. It didn't happen. Okay? So let's get that straight. I understand we've in the last the 2 times we played in the bubble, and I believe the year after that, they had some success win the series. So it doesn't matter. It does not matter. People are like, "Oh, Luka's got you guys' number." Yeah, he might, but he doesn't win. And this is what I've been saying for years. How long have I been saying this about you? About Luka Doncic?
From day one, to be honest.
No, for years, because I believe watching him play is the same way. Do you remember when Kobe Bryant had that interview with Tracy McGrady, and I can't remember who, it might have been Malika Andrews. No, it was Rachel Nichols, and they were in a gym, and Kobe Bryant said, James Harden will not win an NBA championship playing the way he plays. It's the exact same conversation with Luka. When you're out there and in the flow of the game, just taking these shots that completely kill momentum, your team have just run up the court after making a good defensive play. For you to take a shot like that, everyone's running back down with their heads down. Next thing you know, it's a fast break point. Another thing too, Zoo absolutely killed, bro. Zoo killed. He didn't have a chance. My guy.
Who did we have defend?
20 and 15. You didn't know who to put out there, bro.
Zoo saw Gafford and saw a deer in headlights.
Oh my goodness.
I don't understand.
Gafford did get hurt, and people were telling me, "Oh yeah, it was different last time he played us. We didn't have PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford." If you can't deal with Zoo, yeah, how are you gonna deal with a Jokic, AD, Embiid, like all the best bigs in the league? Zoo, in my opinion, has shown a lot of improvement this season to previous seasons, and I think it's because he has James Harden. But us getting him his 8 points early really set the tone for this game. You know, really set the tone for this game. Ronnie, I'm so grateful, so very, very grateful, because this has put a lot of confidence in me and my team. If we can now add Kawhi Leonard back to this, and listen, they've said Kawhi's coming back at some point. I have zero faith. I don't care.
Like clockwork.
I don't care.
Like clockwork.
The same thing I was saying about Embiid, I'm starting to feel about Kawhi as well, because at some point, and I think this is what he did in Toronto. I believe he played through injury to win that championship, and he just come do it over here now, bro. He just come do it over here. We can, if Kawhi wins the NBA championship this year for us, yeah, he don't have to play for it. I'll pay him for the rest of his career. He don't have to play. Sit out, rest. Load management. I don't mind, bro. I need the ring. I need it. When are we gonna hold Luka accountable? At what point? Because Trae Young gets a lot of shit for not having success. Because people are saying, "Oh yeah, the Hawks are gonna have to trade Trae Young at the end of the season because they didn't even make it out of the play-in." When are we gonna hold Luka Doncic accountable for being the best player on this team and not having real success? And I understand they made it to a Western Conference Finals and like, "Oh yeah, they shouldn't have been there." But
we lost the champs.
But you look at what Jalen Brunson is now, and tell me that Luka and Jalen Brunson shouldn't have been able to do a bit better than they did. How many times, Ronnie? Because at this point, yeah, Luka's had an upgraded number 2 pretty much every year for the last 3-4 years, hasn't he? Hasn't he? They went and got in Porzingis. Yeah. Then Jalen Brunson stepped up and started playing better. Now you have Kyrie Irving, arguably one of the best playoff players I've seen with my own eyes anyway. Arguably one of the best ball handlers, in fact, the best ball handler the league has ever seen. One of the best finishers at the rim, a great scorer, and he showed it yesterday as well. Are you going to hold Luka accountable if Dallas don't win this series?
100%. I will.
You have to.
I have, because at what point, like,
it can't be one rule for him and another for everyone else. If you're the best player on your team, you need to take over. And I'm sure Luka's going to have a game where he has 50 points. But to me, the fact that he had 33, 13, and 6 last night let me know everything I need to know. He's going to get his regardless, whether you guys win or not. Whether you guys play well or not, he's going to get his regardless because that's what he cares about.
Listen, Luca, I don't know what yoga session you have to do. Yeah, I don't know what Pilates session you need to do, but I need you to play some defense.
Bro.
Like, do you know what? We just need to...
He plays defense like Adam Sandler. That's exactly what it is. He plays defense like Adam Sandler. Shout out to Adam Sandler. But he plays defense like Adam Sandler, bro.
We need to keep him guarding the corners at this point because I
don't
don't know.
You don't want him over there. You don't want him over there.
To contest corner threes rather than being on top in the
You don't want him there.
Why not?
Because they're just going to drive past him. Now they've got baseline.
Yeah, and then help will come. Don't worry, man.
You know you don't want... Like, literally, you now have to game plan for how can we stop Luka from being... Like, where can we hide Luka on defense? You remember what they used to say about Steph Curry?
Yeah.
That's what Luka Doncic is right now. At 6'7", 6'8", this guy cannot play a lick of defense against any position. He can't defend guards, expected. He can't defend forwards. He definitely can't defend bigs. What's going on here, Rodney? So this is why, when this guy's in the MVP conversation, I get pissed off. Because MVP is not about the best offensive player. It's about the best player. And last time I checked, basketball was a two-way sport. So why does no one talk about his lack of defense? Even Jokic is playing better defense. Rodney! Rodney! Come outside, bro. Come outside.
My mom said I can't play out.
Come outside. Clippers in 6. Let's go.
Okay, let's relax. Clippers
in 6. That's what I'm saying.
Let's relax there, okay?
That's generous.
Listen, don't get gas with one great... How
can you say don't get gas?
Like,
at one point, we were winning by 26 points. You tell me not to get gas.
Yeah, and we lost by 12. We had an absolute stink in the first 2 quarters. That's not going to happen again.
Okay. That actually does worry me. I'm worried that we didn't close the game well.
That's not going to happen again.
Yep.
Yeah? We're going to take the next game.
You're going to win the next game?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to win the next game. Yeah. Put some smoke in your eyes for you lot to realise, and then Harden's going to have another shit show. Well, not another. He's going to have a shit show. And then I'm going to see you back here crying about Harden again.
Okay.
Yeah? Don't worry.
The thing that people don't understand about me, I don't give a shit. I don't, honestly. But you need to understand what my expectation... Remember when we were on this podcast and we traded for Harden and I said, I don't want him. I think he's going to ruin us. My expectations are not high. If Harden can have 8, 8, and 8, I think he's had a good game. Because that's what we need. Because I can look at a Russell Westbrook and say, can you go and get me 15, please? I can look at a Norman Powell. Can you go and get me 12, please? Terrence Mann, 10, please. Zoo, can you get me a double-double, potentially?
Yeah, Harden set the tone, boy, for you lot. So you was complaining, but...
No, 100%. I can say I was wrong in game 1. But I've seen him do it before. It's fine, bro. But all I'm saying is... Someone told me, the streets told me that James Harden was in a LA strip club last night, making it rain. Let me tell you right now, James. if you can get these boys from Dallas out here quickly, you got a ban for me, bro.
You're insane.
100%, bro.
You're insane.
Clippers in 6. What you got?
Mavs in 7, man.
You're lying to yourself,
Mavs
man.
in
You don't
7.
believe Dallas are winning this series.
Mavs in 7.
All right, cool.
We've taken you to 7 before, but this time we've got a better closer in Luka in Kyrie as well.
Okay. Because you know it's not Luka. I swear. If Kawhi comes back here, I'm gonna be so obnoxious.
If Kawhi comes back, I'm a bit more worried.
You're a lot more worried.
I'm a bit more worried.
You're a lot more. Because you know he wouldn't come back if he couldn't play as well. I've never seen him come back as well. You know, every time he says he's gonna come, he never comes back.
This is like clockwork. That boy out, man.
That's fine.
Bucks and Pacers.
Interesting series.
Yeah, I don't know what to really think about this. Like, Damian had a great first half, but second half
Did he score in the second half?
No, I don't know. Maybe a bucket, but it was cheeks.
I thought he had 30. Maybe I could be wrong. I thought he had 35 in the first.
Yeah, he had 35 in the first half.
Yeah, that's what he finished with.
Second half he didn't score.
But they took their foot off the brake.
Yeah.
They were killing. They were killing. Bro. The Pacers were kind of... They had 42 points in the first half. Yeah, to Milwaukee's 69. Damian Lillard has definitely been talking to Glorilla. That's the only thing I've deduced from this.
Do you think that's confirmed?
Yeah, Glow. Yeah, Glow. Let's go, man.
She had a Glow Lillard top. Nah.
Yeah, she did. She did. Dame's soon to be ex-wife, if not ex-wife already, was saying how posted Glorilla's mugshot.
Oh yeah.
So there's a little bit of beef going on there. But no, shout out to Dame, man. Like it's good to see him, playing meaningful playoff basketball.
Yeah.
Even when Portland win it in past years, I never had any faith that they were going to do anything. Even the year they made it to Western Conference Finals, they shouldn't have really been there. They got their asses handed to them anyway. Yeah, man. Like without Giannis, I think it's an impressive statement to make. But really, I'm looking at this like this is Indiana's fault. Like first of all, Indiana cannot win this series because if they look rattled the way they did last night, they looked completely shocked. Halliburton was absolute cheeks. Halliburton has to be the best player on the court for them to win that on their team. Sorry, for them to win. If Siakam is outplaying Halliburton, they're not winning. And it's not that I don't think Siakam is good enough, but I just feel like if that happens, that means that Halliburton hasn't played well.
If you're expecting Halliburton to play well in this series,
I do.
I'm afraid you're cooked, buddy.
I do. That's exactly what I think. He only took 7 shots, bro. He just wasn't a server. He only took 7 shots.
Do you know why? Because he fears the day. He fears the day. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Halliburton, but thank you for your contribution to the Battle of Us because he paid all that singing Drake in a singlet, all that in Indiana. That you not seen the video? No? He was singing that Drake. It was the song with Drake and Sexy Red and all that stuff. That song, and he was in the singlet.
Rich Baby Daddy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Out here looking corny as heck, man. Corny as hell. And now his boss was looking corny as hell as well because he is not performing. He has been putting on an arse class. Everyone was hyping him up. Oh, Halliburton, this, da. That got shut down and the rally came and kicked him in the face. And he's like, oh, I've never seen this before. Oh, all campaign. Yeah, well, you thought things were sweet. Guess what? It was sour.
It was sour.
And he can't have this kind of game again if the Indiana want a chance.
At all.
Like, what did Siakam have again? Siakam had
a crazy game, 35 and 50.
Yeah,
36 and 13, sorry.
Like, come on, bro.
Turner had 17 in it. Like, I feel like the role players did show up. Halliburton needs to be putting up about 20 points. And he has to for them to win this game. Like, without Giannis, you have to... Like, that, in my opinion, this was the opportunity to come out and really...
And shock the Bucks, yeah.
However, I think if you're Indiana, you now have adjustments that you know you need to make. If they could come out in game 2 with Giannis still not being there, they could definitely still win these first 2 games. They can still home court easily. They could, man.
I don't know, because Middleton's good. Look,
yeah, everyone forgot that Chris Middleton could play basketball.
Yeah, like Middleton was there, Bobby Portis, even Lopez. He's still giving you something. Obviously, Lillard going off like that was.
But Milwaukee weren't good in the second half.
Yeah,
they had 14 points in the third quarter. Like it leveled out at some point. Indiana had only hit 1 3 in the first quarter, I believe. They shot 8 for they shot 39 threes. And
you have to also remember that the Bucks actually they still do have a good defending team. I'm not okay. Lillard now, is he buying into that role a bit more?
I think they have a good defending front court, but back court wise, like Dame's not a defender. Malik Beasley isn't a bad defender either. Like, I think you're really just Dame. Looking at Pat Beverly, like, to be honest, and saying that's our backcourt defenders.
So it's just one of the ones where the Bucks came out, did what they have to do without their best player, giving Giannis more rest. I think Giannis only comes back if they lose next game and then the first away game. Yeah. Then you might have to be like, Giannis, okay, wake up now, it's time. You're gonna have to. Strap up them knees or so your calf or whatever. It's time to go. But if the Bucks can go up 2-0,
big if.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just quite low.
If they can, I ain't bringing Giannis back till the 4th game.
Yeah, you rest him for as long as you need.
Rest him for as long as you can. Yeah, as long as you can. So, yeah, but I personally, I don't want the Indiana to prosper. So, I don't want the Pacers to prosper. So, it's not going to be a sweep. But I'll give it Milwaukee Bucks in 6.
Bucks in 5. I think Indiana will have a great. I really wanted them to win this series just because the way the regular season they're playing was going for them. Like, they were really looking like a team that early in the season. In fact, when they knocked Milwaukee out of the play-in, I was like, "Yo, this is good," because they're in the same division. This is gonna be a good rivalry. The fact that they're now matched up they've played each other loads of times this season. So much film.
It's
They
true.
played each other 4 times in the regular season alone. Then did they play each other in the semifinals? Who did Indiana beat in the
I think they
play-in
did because I
semifinals?
swear they played against the Lakers and obviously Lakers won. But I'm sure they
So
beat
they
the
might have
Bucks.
played each other 5 times already in the regular season. That's a lot of opportunities to look at film and stuff like that. I think Milwaukee and I mean different coaches as well. Like Doc might have a chance, but again, Doc the flop man. This is the thing that we
No
haven't spoken
adjustments in the second half,
about. Not really. No.
and look what happened.
He was just relying on Dame to, and I think Indiana said, "Yeah, we're gonna have to double Dame." Like, and that's what they started doing. Dame started passing out of it, and I think that's where other people got an opportunity to get going to kind of do their thing. But yeah, Milwaukee showed up, man. Like, if you look, it's fairly balanced from their team in terms of like 2 main scorers, but everyone else was kind of contributing wherever they could as well.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I think Indiana are definitely gonna play better in game 2. Definitely gonna play better in game 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Bucks in 5.
Okay, yeah, I'll say Bucks in 6. Last game 1 playoff game, Thunder and the Pelicans.
Thunder are gonna sweep them in 4 close games.
Yeah.
Every game's gonna be close, but they're gonna sweep them.
And the thing is right, I was saying this as well, that the Thunder are very lucky that Zion is not healthy.
Right, that would have been long for Chet, you know.
It's
That would have been so long.
I remember
for Chet.
because one of my friends, obviously, he's also like, he didn't want to have the Lakers because they're bigger than them as well. It's just long. And yeah, it's gonna, because the thing is, if Brandon Ingram doesn't clean up his act,
It's not just him because CJ played better, but he still wasn't like 9 or 20. It's not efficient. It's not efficient enough to win this game. Trey Murphy right now is looking like the best player on the Pelicans.
yeah, but like, look, Trey Murphy, cool. Like Ingram, you gotta be better. Valanciunas, like, bro, he got 20 rebounds.
Yeah, and I think that's going to continue.
And yeah, I say McCollum, yeah, it was a bit more, but
It's
like,
going to continue.
I'm not mad with McCollum giving 20 if Ingram is
20
you know
or
what I mean?
22 shots to me is not great.
Oh,
though.
22 shots. Okay, yeah, no, we gotta fix
It's
that.
not great though.
We gotta
It's
fix
not
that.
awful, but like to me, I think if that situation, someone on your team has to be extremely efficient. And I don't think they as a team they shot 38.5%.
Yeah, because when you look at the Thunder, like obviously Shea 28, 6 and 4. Then after that, you've got J Dub at 19, 7 and 4. Then Chet's giving you 15 and 11. Then outside that, the next highest scorer, 6 points from Dort. And you only got 6 points from Aaron Wiggins bench. Like,
That's why this game was close.
it was close. Insert.
The Thunder didn't play that well.
Yeah, they didn't play that well, and obviously they have the capabilities to play better. And it's kind of the same with the Pelicans. I feel like they're kind of both at similar things where they didn't play well, and it was just close. Like, but yeah, Ingram, you got to go bar for bar, machine with Shea. Otherwise,
It's not happening. It's
It's-
not happening.
what's going on with Brandon Ingram? Like, why is it not happening?
Remember, he got injured, didn't it, at the end of the season? This is him, like, he hasn't even played 10 games since coming back.
Yeah, 5 for 17 from the field. Yeah, that's not good enough.
I just think he's
not good
too
enough.
out of whack, man. Like, he got hurt at the wrong time, and I just think it's a lot to expect him now to be out here, leading them to to victory over the number 1 seed.
This is why the loss of Zion is like,
Yeah, it's a big deal, man. It's a
big
big deal. I really think Zion could have given Chet some problems as well, but
big problems. Like, he would have given him big problems. It would have been nice. I think they would have. I reckon they would have taken this game if Zion was there,
yeah,
because especially how Ingram was. Like, yeah, I think they probably could have, but at least the Thunder did what they had to do. Now it's just take it a game at a time. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a sweep in 4 close games. I think the Pelicans. I'm going to say Thunder in 6. I'll say Thunder in 6. I think I just
Pelicans are not winning 2 games.
they will, man.
Without that, they're actually not. This is the worst the Thunder I think are going to play in this series. I think it's going to be a sweep.
I'll say 6 games. I think the Pelicans will have at least 1 or 2 games where one close game and one good victory. And
But the
then that's
Pelicans
it.
win this game to win a game. Yeah, one of Ingram or CJ McCollum have to have 30 points. Who's doing that?
For me,
Neither of them are doing it.
I think Ingram will. One
They've
game
both
back.
been struggling for a little while.
Maybe it won't even be. Maybe it will end up being Trey Murphy who ends up going off.
No, it has to be one of those two because he's going to have to do it as well.
Well, we'll see.
Kalas.
We'll see. Moving on now, we've got finalist.
Yeah, we're gonna have to run through it quickly.
Yeah.
Alright.
One thing I wanna bring up with the finalist with defensive player of the years. I had it saved, yeah.
I've got more here.
Yeah, no, I liked something. Where are my likes? Now, first of all, the Lakers had a better record than the Heat as well, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Carry on, I'll tell you.
I got it. The Heat were 46 and 36.
I don't think the Lakers had 46 wins. No, they did. Lakers had a better record. 47, 35.
Okay, cool. And they had a better record than Spurs as well, right? I get Wemby was great defensively, but they only won 22 games.
Wemby had the best defensive stats of anyone. Well, blocks wise, yeah.
So my thing here, my issue here is with that AD not being mentioned, but he's got better stats than Bam and Rudy Gobert. So just quickly, the comparison with him, Rudy Gobert. In terms of rim percentages allowed, AD was first.
Yeah.
49%. Gobert was third.
Uh-huh.
Contested shots, AD was fourth. Mm-hmm. Gobert was 10th. Rebounds, AD was second. Gobert was fourth. Blocks, AD was fifth. Gobert was eighth. So I look at it now, and then when it comes to guarding post-ups, AD had 96%. Rudy Gobert had 89%. I'm looking at it, I'm like, fair enough. I don't know if they're putting record into play of this.
Yeah.
But when we're going stats and we're going bar for bar, AD was a better defensive player this season than Rudy Gobert.
I can't argue with that because you literally pulled up stats. I think it is a lot to do with like defensively as a team. Minnesota have been one of the best, and I think they have to give a lot of credit to Rudy Gobert for just being an anchor.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of his defensive value doesn't get shown up in stats. I have more agreements with you if you wanted AD over Bam, to be honest, because Bam averaged 0.9 blocks, 1.1 steals. Like, it's not a question he has the worst stats out of those.
I don't know how
potential players.
I don't know how AD doesn't make him Bam. Like, it makes no sense.
Gerald was on here saying how like a lot of what Bam does is intangible. Like, he can defend 1 through 5, which I still don't necessarily.
So can AD. What do you mean?
I don't know.
So can AD.
I don't know, but yeah, somehow Bam's in there. But we know. I'm gonna run through them. Yeah. Just tell you the 3. Just tell me who you think is gonna win. Kia Clutch Player of the Year: Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai, because first of all, Steph Curry had a losing record in the clutch.
Clutch Player of the Year. Did he actually?
Yes, he had. I'm sure he had a losing record as clutch player in the year.
Yeah.
But I'll say Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take Shai for that.
They'll give it to Steph. NBA Defensive Player of the Year. I need to. Bam, Rudy, Victor.
I'd rather Wemby. Wemby has to.
It's gonna be Gobert.
It probably will be, but for NBA sake.
Most improved: Tyrese Maxey, Alperen Şengün, and Kobe White. Kobe White actually killed, by the way, the other night in the playing game. But it's gonna be Maxey. It's gonna be Maxey.
Most likely.
It's gonna be Maxey. Shout out to Şengün because he really has improved as well. But I think it's. Are they the same draft?
Maxey and Şengün.
No, Şengün. Yeah. I think Şengün's 1 year old, younger. MVP. Luka, no defense, Doncic. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Huh?
You didn't have to do that. That's fine.
I did. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Nikola Jokic.
Shai.
I'd like Shai as well.
I'd like
Shai. A true two-way player as well. Like, I think
Yeah.
I think it's time to reward that.
Two-way player, locked up the first seed. Last year there was 10th. He's taken him to the first seed and he led a young team with no veterans
100%.
on both ends of the floor. You can't tell me that. Come on, man. It's
100%.
It has to be Shai.
NBA Rookie of the Year: Chet, Brandon Miller, or Wemby.
It's going to be Wemby.
Yeah, no question.
It's going to be Wemby.
Sixth Man of the Year: Malik Monk, Bobby Portis, Naz Reid. Give it to Naz Reid.
Naz Reid, yeah.
Give it to
Naz Reid. He's been solid.
Hooping. And then Coach of the Year: Mark Dagno, Chris Finch, or Jamal Mosley.
I'm going Mark.
I think Chris Finch might win it.
I get it, but the thing is, what was Minnesota? Where did they finish last season?
They were in the play-in last year.
They was in the play-in last year, and then there was in the play-in year before that as well, right?
Yeah, 2 years in the play-in, and then they they were one. Bear in mind, yeah, like having one seed matters, but the fact that the 1 and the 3 are one game apart, like
Yeah, but my thing is, you look at the Minnesota Wolves. You've got Cat, who's seasoned. You've got Gobert, who's a seasoned veteran as well. You've got a team there who you've got some players are new, some players are experienced, and it's cool. Like and he's coached them to be where they are.
You're right.
But then you're looking at Chris Finch. I'm not sure Chris Finch. You're looking at Mark with all the new young players that he has on his team. Doesn't really have a veteran. He only acquired Gordon Hayward, and what's he really doing besides gelling his hair? Let's be honest.
And being a MAGA supporter.
There we go. Like he's coached this young team very well for them to be one of, or if not the top team, one of the 3 top teams in the West, and actually making people say they actually might be contenders. A team full of youngers led by Shea. For me, I'm giving it to Mark. Like
the thing is,
it's an argument. Them and Chris Finch, but when I'm looking at what both players have, yes, I understand Shea and Edwards, they cancel each other out. Like when I just look at what each coach has, like, and what they've done, for me it looks like it's marking it. But I understand if they was give to Chris Finch, I wouldn't be too mad because he's also got the Timberwolves, to a good point, and right now they're handling the Phoenix Suns. So
facts. All right. I still feel, I think you're right. I think the Thunder head coach should probably win it as well. Just a quick one before we go. Team USA. So Team USA have announced their final squad
tour
for the Olympics coming up in Paris this summer. And I'll be honest, it's kind of peak. LeBron James, Steph Curry, KD, Bam, Devin Booker, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, and Kawhi Leonard. Now, I'd say there's probably 2 players in here that I would
take out.
Maybe not take out, but I just feel like Jalen Brunson probably deserved to be on the USA team this summer. It's just... And I would probably take him over Drew Holiday. I understand Drew Holiday is there for defense and effort and stuff like that. You have
to keep Drew Holiday there, man.
I don't think you do.
You need that heavier defensive guard.
Let me be so real with you right now, yeah? This team are out there to go and score 200 points. They're trying to do what they did to Nigeria back in 2012. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
They scored, 160 points, something like that? 140 points? It was a record. That's what they're trying to do, bro. Like, when you have Steph, KD, and LeBron on the team, like, I think already you're offensively...
but the physicality when it comes to him as well, that's what Drew's assignment is for.
Bro, they got Joel Embiid.
Come on, he's even going to be available.
He might be. If I expect 3 injuries. Somebody's like, if Kawhi never comes back, I don't want to see this guy playing for the Team USA.
He's going to take the piss and do it. I'm just letting you know now.
He's coming back.
So, and honestly, if you want to call me biased, but I would have slotted Kyrie in there over Halliburton.
That's another person who probably should have been.
I don't know what. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why Halliburton's there. He had one gas first quarter of the season, and now all of a sudden, and what did he do in FIBA?
It's important. No, but it is important on teams like this where you have younger guys. Like think about it, in 2012, Russ was there, Harden was there. Like they had young guys who needed to see these kind of things. So I think it makes also Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton were on the FIBA team that just lost as well. So I think it's a progression thing. Like you have to do it at some point. Like to be honest, LeBron, Steph, and KD should not even really be playing.
Yeah, but it's a revenge thing. It's probably going to be their last one where they all get to actually play
it's the last time they're going to do this, bro.
And they're not going to get to play it. I understand because they're not going to get to play it together again like this.
I'm a little concerned.
Why? Why are you concerned?
LeBron's a free agent. That's all. I don't want to see.
That's why he's going.
I don't want to see him and Steph Curry.
I'm telling you now, they're going to link up. This is what it's for. This is why Steph made all those comments. Yeah,
it's a business.
Yeah, exactly, it's a business, and he wants to be in the best situation where he can win. Like he understands those guys, and he wants to. But end of the day, like he was big on it. Said, but end of the day, I want to win. They want to win too. But I want to win.
Facts.
So I'm telling you now.
Don't be shocked.
That USA camp, don't be shocked if you see LeBron and Steph, especially Steph out of the playoffs, and especially if, like, let's say now Denver smoke LeBron out of the smoke Lakers out of the playoffs. I'm telling you now, don't be surprised if you see LeBron and Steph on the same team next season and they mess it up, bro. They just mess up the whole league, bro. I wouldn't be surprised.
Would it mess up the whole... They're both old.
Not mess up their old, but it'll be like it will be annoying because
It would be the only time that I think it would be acceptable as well.
yeah,
That's the one thing I have to give him credit. That it would be the only time where you'd be like, you know what, I'm not that bad at it because they
But
can
what,
easily.
You think LeBron's gonna go Golden State or is?
I don't think Steph's leaving Golden State. Do I think LeBron's going there? No, I think LeBron likes being. They're gonna work something out. I don't know what's gonna happen. Steph, ooh. Would you trade Anthony Davis for Steph Curry?
No. Come on, you need that into like.
I think there's more people you can get to replicate what AD does than Steph Curry.
I hear that, but come on, man. Still, this is
food for thought.
food.
We'll see what's going on next week.
That is food for thought.
Yeah,
But that USA team, boy, revenge tour.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's been a interesting playoffs so far. You know, it's exciting.
Well, one game.
Yeah, interesting one game. But I'm just saying, like in terms of the matchups, I'm happy. Besides Magic and the Cavs, game 1's all done and wrapped up. Game 2 will be happening, and we'll be back reviewing obviously
There's
game
games
2.
tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure there's. There's.
There's games tonight and tomorrow. They're doing 3 a night, I think now.
Yeah, there's. Yeah, so the same first 4 we played. Yeah, they're gonna play again today. So, but you know, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also comment on if you're on Apple Podcasts, comment on there, leave reviews or whatever Q&As. Make sure you leave reviews on Spotify as well. Follow on the YouTube socials, on Twitter. It is at Take It to the Pod. On Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, it's at Take It to the Rim Podcast. It's been me, Rods. It's been Clipper Cam.
Killer Cam. Killer Clipper Cam? Killer Cam?
What?
Killer
Clipper Cam.
I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah. Depending on what happens in the next game with the Magic and the Clippers will depend on the state that I come in.
You better not let us win another game right now. If we go
You're supposed to win your
up,
games.
no,
You're supposed to win your
here
games.
we go.
You're supposed to win your games.
Okay.
I mean, you're supposed to, right? Are you not supposed to win your own
Is
games?
Luka not supposed to be a top whatever player in the league? Do more.
On behalf of Jules, we over and out, baby.
Yeah.